Right, let's talk about the subjects that I have in year 3 of university. First off, I have a subject called Informatics Large Practical. I have another subject called Engineering Software. And then we have elements of programming languages. And finally, I also have a subject called Professional Issues. Right, let's talk about Informatics Large Practical. So in this module, I basically have no lectures, but it just gave us this 40-page PDF, which basically explains the whole project. Let me show you the PDF. Now let me explain the whole project that we have to program in a simple way. Right, let me tell you how the project basically works. So there's basically two things. First is a person, like this. Let's assume the stick man represents a person, and second is this drone. Let's just assume this thing is a drone. So basically this whole project is about a person, and that person would order a pizza, and basically the drone would get the pizza from a restaurant and deliver it back to the person. And the programming that I have to do in Java is basically like verifying if the pizza is valid in the restaurant and all that. But the complex part of this project is to find the optimal distance for the drone to basically fly from the person to the restaurant, and we also have to deal with the battery of the drone and make sure that the drone doesn't die and all that stuff. Sometimes this project is simple and I can basically like program the whole day and like have fun with it essentially. But when I get stuck on a question, I really get stuck into it. For example, there's this part where I had to retrieve some data from a JSON file, and I didn't know how to do that because I didn't actually know that Java actually has a function for that. And it took me like 3 days to realize there's this term called object mapper. And now let's move on to my next module called Engineering Software. In engineering software, we basically have this electronic board which we have to program in. So this is my electronic board. I programmed the board using an app called Vivado. And this is the computer language that I use to program the board. Plugging in the board into my laptop. It gives me an error. So I started to search on forums to understand the error. My next module is about professional issues. And this is a pretty chill module because like it's just ethics kind of stuff, and we also have like articles and we have like stuff to read as well. I had a course which was to make an essay, and this was basically like a 1,000-word essay which talks about like the potential harm. The drone project which I have in Informatics Large Practical, it's kind of chill. It didn't take me like that long to write, since like for every video I make I write a lot. Writing this essay wasn't bad as well. And then I have another module called Elements of Programming Languages. Now this module was mainly just in Scala. Scala is actually a programming language made in 2004, so it's actually quite a new programming language. Elements of programming languages wasn't that bad. It was just a lot of programming in Scala, which took a lot of time. Right, so year 3 of university, with all of these papers. University can be tough, and as you progress along the years, you might feel the stuff that you're learning are getting tougher as well, and it's taking more of your time, but that is completely normal. If you're feeling that university is tough, that means at least 70% of your class are also feeling that university is tough, which is always easier if you have friends with you and you can like help each other. And I feel like to get friends in university, you kind of have to like put yourself out there. So you should go to like events and all that. You don't need to go to all of them, but go to some of them. And even if you don't make friends in those events, at least you still went and tried. Because you won't get friends for every event you go to, but the main thing is that you try to actually go to those events to actually make friends, and that's good enough. And the more you try, the more likely you are to have like long-lasting friends. University is tough and everyone feels it, but one thing I can say about university is that you can have complete freedom. Alright, that's it for this video and thank you for watching. Goodbye.